Beware of the blob, it creeps and leaps and glides and slides across the floor, right through the door and all around the wall. A splotch, a blotch, be careful of the...
So this week, let's take a trip back to the 1950s. I'm going to tell you all about this awesome event called Blobfest. It's a celebration of the Blob movie from 1958, which, if you have not seen the Blob from 1958, we have to have a talk. It's awesome. It's a fun 50s monster, kind of movie, and it is such a blast. And so Phoenixville, Pennsylvania is the home of the Blob. It's where they filmed a lot of the first movie. And so some people got together and they decided to create this annual event, and it is a ton of fun. So on the 13th, they are going to have they first host what is a recreation of the run out from the Blob. So if you've seen the movie before, you know how the Blob gets into the theater and starts, blobbing its way through the theater. And so everybody runs out of the theater screaming. You can actually reenact that with a ticket. And then on the Saturday, they host a street fair, which is my favorite part of the event. They have a lot of local vendors, and the entire town gets into this. So you have, local vendors and artists that either, serving up kind of Blob-inspired merchandise or vintage monster movie kind of inspired merchandise, which is always so fun. And then you have all the local businesses that are getting involved in this. So let's talk about the treats, because I love eating. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so one of my favorite parts of this event every year is that all of the local eateries host, a special menu of blobby treats. So you can find things like blob scones that are filled with strawberry yummy blob filling, or maybe blob ice cream, or blob martinis if you like to indulge. Seeing things like blob-shaped chocolate, chocolates to take home, and just a bunch of really fun. Blobster mac and cheese. That was one of my favorite ones that I've seen. I thought it was just such a riot. So while you stroll the street fair, you can hear the smooth, enjoyable sounds of a nice rockabilly band playing in the street, and I'm one to dance when I hear the music. I get very excited. It's actually my favorite style of music, and so you can have some treats, you can do a little bit of shopping, you can enjoy some music, and then the people who are hosting the event, they put on a few different things that you can enjoy during the event. So they have a stage set up on the street, and they host things like a costume contest, and this year they're doing a Miss Blobfest, which I wish I could have tried out for it. I don't know if I would have won, but it would be so fun to do something like that, and you had to be able to be there for 3 days, and unfortunately I couldn't. But maybe next year, I don't know, if I'm feeling brave, maybe I'll want to be Miss Blobfest. But so you can, watch the shows, and the costumes are really fun, and it's just such a blast. I always dress up like I'm from the 50s, maybe with a little bit of spooky monsterness added into it, and, enjoy the sights and sounds. And then after you've spent a day in the sun and you're just super pooped, you look up at the beautiful Colonial Theater, which is in its original state, and that part to me is so exciting. So the Colonial Theater is where part of the movie was filmed, and you can actually watch the Blob in the theater. I can't explain how fun this is. You buy a ticket, movie ticket, and it's a double feature always. So it's the Blob, and then every year they rotate the second movies that they're showing. So last year they showed House on Haunted Hill. So if you've been watching my videos, you know I love Vincent Price, so I was so excited. This year I'm getting to see Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D, so I'm really excited for this. And while you're watching the Blob in the theater, it's such a cool experience, to watch a movie where it was filmed, right? So it's you're sitting there watching it, and as they start to show the theater in the town, everybody gets really excited and starts yelling and cheering. They have a lot of awesome stuff set up in the theater itself. So there's like a little blob like a blob plaque that you can go up and touch and take pictures with. You can walk up to the projector booth where the blob gets loose, and then they have like another section up top where they have this beautiful, it's like a mini version of the Colonial Theater that someone made, and you can see that. Sometimes they have a couple vendors like kind of scattered around there, and now they've actually opened up a new theater, but it's attached from the inside, so they didn't ruin the integrity of that 50s amazing, antique-y kind of theater. And so it's just such a cool experience, and they have, like I said, lots of shopping and lots of just fun. It's just such a fun way to spend a day if you are a monster loving person like myself. So I'm definitely a monster loving gal, and these events are what makes me so happy. So I am going to be gone this weekend enjoying Blobfest, getting my blob on, and next week I'm going to go on a little trip, and I'm not telling you where yet, but I have something planned, and so you can look out for some special updates based on my trip. But I'm going somewhere I've been, but then I'm going one place I haven't been before, and hopefully a newly renovated place that I'm very excited about. So stay tuned for that. If you're enjoying my content so far, please hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much, because I reached 50 followers this past week, and that's just really awesome, because I'm having just a blast telling you about some spooky, fun, cool events and things. So if you haven't seen the Blob and you can't make it to Phoenixville, Pennsylvania this weekend, pick up a copy of the original 1958 version, pick up a copy of the remake, watch them make a big bowl of popcorn, and don't forget your CO2. Until next week, stay spooky, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Beware of the blob, it creeps and leaps and glides and slides across the floor, right through the door and all around the wall. A splotch, a blotch, be careful of the blob.